welcome back to another video. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I am not going to be drawing on my iPad today, nor am I going to be using the Apple Pencil that I usually use. Today we're going to be drawing on a mobile phone, like a smartphone I guess. I don't know what to call this, on my phone I guess. And I just wanted to give drawing with my finger on a phone a try, because I know a lot of the times you guys work like this, so I thought it'd be nice to jump into your guys' shoes and give that a go. I know I've drawn with my finger before. I'll put a video little card thing up here so you can check it out if you're interested, but I know there's gonna be a bit of a difference drawing on such a much larger surface. As you can see, this is like larger than both my hands together, while my phone, I should probably switch my phone case since I have my cards in here, is smaller. It's still a larger phone, if you can tell. Like I said, like, I have the I'll put the model name so I don't have to repeat it every time, but it's the Samsung, I think S20 FE, and I believe I got it in October or something like that. But I think I might switch out the case because I do have my cards in here. Okay, so I'm not too sure how I want to film this. I might have to hold the phone the entire time, or I might get a stand. We'll see. I'm assuming I should do it just by holding it. I just not sure how well this is gonna pick it up. Also, this is like a vertical format, so it might be a little bit more difficult unless I do decide to draw this way. We'll see. I'll just get everything set up and get the colors correct before we start. Okay, now that I have this set up, okay, as you can see, it's my phone. Hopefully you can tell by the size difference with my finger. So I think I'm going to be drawing in the horizontal setting. You can tilt it if I do this and draw vertically, but for the sake of the video and being able to see things properly, I am going to draw this way. Just to make sure it fills up most of the screen so you guys can see properly. We're going to go into my gallery. As you can see, there is a few things in here. This was for like a different video, and I have other attempts before where I would try to draw with my finger very briefly, and as you can tell, like, I was struggling quite a bit. I drew this, I think mid-July, and let's see, how can I do this? I'll probably like edit in how this works. But this was done with my finger, and I think I was just out and about. I didn't bring my iPad out that day, and I kind of regretted it because I think I was waiting for about like 3 hours for my parents to finish up something. So I decided within like the last hour or so, I decided to try to draw something. I struggled a lot, and this is like the current result of it. So let's go to edit so you guys can see. And let's just try to get started. Really? There is so much construction today, and I have no idea why. Today's like the worst day to film. What is this noise? I swear I was gonna lose my mind. I can still hear the beeping in my brain, but I know it's gone. So let's just get started. This is a little bit wobbly. Let's see. So I think that should be big enough, to be honest. And we have 350 DPI. I'm gonna press OK. We're gonna get started, I guess. Okay, I don't know how exactly this works. I feel like I have to work vertically, though. Should I work vertically? Okay. I kind of wish they switched this. That's okay. We'll just deal with it. So brushes. I am going to look for the brush that I usually use, which is the color pencil. Okay, after you click the little add button, like next to the brushes, you can watch the ad, and then you'll have access to all the brushes. I'm just gonna hit OK. I am not used to this. Do I really want to do this? Should I do this, guys? Okay, let's just start off with a sketch. Maybe I should have cut my nails. I don't really have like an idea of what I want to draw. Maybe I should just draw Wanu. Also, I want to do this. I'm gonna swap my phone around so I don't accidentally use my palm to hit the menu key. I guess we should increase, wait, let's see. I'm not using the right pencil, am I? That's what I thought. What was the point of that? Okay, we're using the colored pencil. That's better. Let's restart. So I'm just gonna do a portrait. And I'm probably gonna paint in the usual style that I do. We'll see how I approach this, because I could definitely maybe do 2 drawings, but we'll see how I feel, because I technically could try doing like line art and doing more of a like more anime cell shading kind of drawing. So I know when you're drawing on your phone, you have to zoom in like quite a bit. I do. Okay, I think maybe I should work vertically. Let me see if I can switch my setup so I can show you guys a bit easier. Hopefully this isn't too bad. It's just because I'm scared to hit the add or the brush at the bottom. Because even just by doing this, I'm able to work a little bit faster. Let's see if we can get these eyes to line up a little bit. The easier way to do this would actually be maybe if you have a stronger background in traditional art, or think that just because you're working with your finger on the phone, it might be hard to sketch. It might be easier to draw on paper, take a photo of it and import it. So I know Procreate you can import like a photo or like something from your camera roll. I don't know why my middle finger feels the most comfortable to draw with. Maybe because my pointer finger has a longer nail. Okay, not too bad. I kind of wanted him to be a bit happier. Not happier, I guess like, I don't know. I feel like raising and tilting the eyebrows just make him a little bit cuter. I usually like to match the eraser to the same one that I'm using with the same tool, like the pencil tool. Because the one I was currently using was a little bit too harsh, but this makes it a little bit easier to match your sketch a little bit more. So do you want to erase some of these lines? Give him a little bit of head space up here. Extend his jaw a little bit. So, even though I'm going to be trying my best anyways to do fan art of Wonu, I'll at least try to get his face shape a little bit correct. I feel like if I go quiet, it's because I'm concentrating too much. Yeah, I don't know how much commentary I'm gonna be able to do. Like I said, I'm gonna keep this pretty simple. I'm just gonna be doing the usual portrait. His mouth is still crooked. And I feel like if you're doing a sketch like this and you're planning to use it as your, kind of like your line art, make sure to erase to get cleaner lines rather than just focusing on getting your lines to be super duper clean with just the pencil. I think that's the same for like line art. If you can't get like a point to be super clear or clean in one go, just do it by erasing. Because you can see how like wobbly my lines are, but as long as you're kind of like zooming in and cleaning this up a little bit, you can kind of like imitate as if you had really clean lines to begin with. So the coloring will make it a little bit easier, just because I'll be able to block in larger shapes instead of doing these thinner lines. So I'm basing this off of the Wanu outfit from the kickball episode. So in terms of color, it might not be that exciting because he's pretty much just wearing white. Is he on the white team? Because I don't think he's on the blue team. Who's on the white team? I think that's Jonghan, so that should be the right team. Because I think Vernon's he's the captain of the blue team, right? Yeah, but zooming in and kind of like fixing some of the details kind of help. Okay, let's do a little bit of his hair. I don't know, should I do it the exact same how I see it? I'm gonna quickly put an indication of where I want his hairline to start. The thing is, it's like, all the reference I have, it's like the wind is blowing his hair. He kind of has like this little swooshy kind of bit. So kind of leave these a little bit lighter. His mouth looks crooked again. I feel like this is the difficult part about drawing on your phone, is that you can't see the picture. Gosh, what am I? All at once. I think this is how we're gonna leave his hair. I am gonna erase where his scalp is so you can see the actual shape of his hair. I'm gonna move his iris a little bit. He's kind of looking more towards us now. I feel like if I have to do the back and forth motion, I prefer to use my index. Or my, like, you know, my pointer finger, right? And then anything else, I like to use the middle finger. I do want to put glasses on him. The problem is like, I probably want to do that on a separate layer. Like, usually I work on like a minimal amount of layers, but if I have to, or if you have to, like, use as many layers as you need. Like, I'm not limiting my layers to make it a challenge. For me, it's just easier to work with if you have like not too many layers. And just darkening up some of these lines to make sure that the hair has some kind of indication of sections. So make it a little bit easier for me to color the skin and not have the hair blend too much with the skin. Yeah, this is bad on my hand. If you guys are drawing on your phone and you're propping it up with your hand, make sure to take a break and stretch your hand so you don't get some weird problems. Or if you have like a stand, use a stand. Let's make a new layer. Try to add in his glasses. So I want to change his glasses like somewhat recently, maybe like a month or two ago, I think. So he doesn't really wear his round ones anymore. I kind of miss his round ones. Side. Might be too big for his face though. Let's duplicate. How do I duplicate? Do this? Duplicate layer. Flip it. Looks a little bit more correct. I'm gonna merge this down. Guys, God, jeez. Okay, this might be TMI. Actually, it just is TMI. My mom bought like banh mi, like those Vietnamese subs from a different place recently. Because there's always like a place my dad always orders them from. Like he always orders pho from a certain place, and my brother and I usually get banh mi if I don't get pho. Why did I put it up there? Jesus. Okay. But the one my mom bought, so usually me and my brother get like satay. And even though I usually can handle spice okay, like I'm not the greatest at handling spice, but like, you know, like I can eat some stuff. Like I can still eat fire noodles, but it does bring me pain. But these subs, they have these red chilies, which are fine. But they have some kind of chili oil on the sub itself. And usually chili oil doesn't like screw me over. I'm feeling it, guys. My stomach hates this. Like my stomach is so dang weak. Dairy screws it over. A little bit of spice screws it over. Wait, I don't want to merge it. I can't trust that. I'm gonna duplicate. How do I do this? Let's... Dude, my brain's like dead right now. Duplicate this. I'm gonna duplicate this. Okay, let's hide this one and hide this one. Now I have these two up here. I'm gonna set this one to multiply. I need a background color, so let's make a new layer. As you can see, I'm just gonna use as many layers as I need. So the colors aren't gonna be super accurate to what you guys are gonna see when I do, if I remember to download the time-lapse version, just because my screen has like an intense blue light filter on. So even though this is turned to multiplier, I need to alpha lock this. I'm gonna switch to a different brush, something a little bit more harder. So let's just go to dip pen hard. I like don't know where anything is. I'm gonna switch to kind of like a purple or burgundy color. This is not large enough. Okay, because I don't know how to do it, I guess we won't do this. But you're able to turn off the texture for the pencil. So if you don't like that weird grainy texture, I don't know if you guys can see it. This weird kind of like almost canvasy texture on here. Then you can definitely turn that off. But because I don't know how anymore, I know how to do it on the iPad, but I don't know how to do it on here, so apologies. So usually in Procreate I never use the bucket tool. But because this has... let's do canvas. The gap recognition's a little weird. This is why I usually don't use the bucket tool for filling in. I usually manually fill. And okay, now we have the skin color kind of in. Use more of a peachy color. Switch back to the colored pencil. Just remember, like, I didn't change any of the settings. Like, I honestly don't know how to access the settings on here. Oh wait, is it like this? Ah, okay, wait, I found it. So it's this little arrow here. I am seriously dumb. So I want to change, so settings, I'm going to change the maximum thickness to be a little bit higher. All I'm going to change here is literally the max thickness is all I'm going to change. Because I want to be able to go a lot larger, especially when I'm doing kind of like this airbrushing almost. I am not liking this background color. Also, I find the quick eyedropper a little bit less annoying working on the phone compared to working on the iPad. Yeah, so how do we want to do this? I could do more intense lighting. Do kind of like the Rembrandt's triangle as usual. Gonna darken this up. Gonna lean it towards more of like a muted brown color. Start to add in some of the darker shadows into here. Just adding a little bit of shadow for the glasses. My back is aching. There's probably a lot more shaking in this video. Just because my phone is resting directly on my desk. Let's add kind of like that purple color I was talking about to the skin. And I kind of add it towards this little brown area just so it doesn't stand out too much. I forgot I said his shirt's gonna be white. So yeah, I think we're gonna change back to dip pen or the marker. Let's just use the marker. I'm gonna have to list these into the description that I used the dip pen and the marker tool. Pretty much all done the hair. So I think the remainder of the hair I'm gonna use is the colored pencil. And we can just kind of soften up a few of the edges. Ah, that's why. I didn't realize that I had my opacity turned down. No wonder it was much harder to add some of the colors back in using the colored pencil. So for me, like how I usually like to work, in order to make this look more polished and finished, we're gonna have to go in and clean stuff up and choose some colors to make it look a little bit brighter, a little bit more three-dimensional in terms of shading. So it doesn't really look correct. I don't know if I can mimic how I usually do clothing folds. So let's darken up the hair. So I'm gonna keep in mind that the light technically is coming this way. So we're gonna make a lot of this much darker. Next I'm gonna add lighter color. I like to add the highlight like right where the shadow is. Kind of just intensify the look a bit. Now usually before I even start to clean up or render anything, I like to establish all the colors if I can prior. Then I can just focus on color picking rather than choosing new colors like every time. So I don't know how if I like how soft this looks. Like in its own right, like it kind of looks nice, but for me I like to have like a little bit of sharper edges into some areas. So we're gonna have to zoom in and kind of clean up some areas to mimic that a little bit more. Darken it up. Because of how the multiply is working on the sketch layer, it's kind of darkening up this purple that I'm using. Look how like bad my desk is. Okay, so I think for the most part we can probably merge the layers. This is still in multiply and still locked. So I'm actually going ahead and change some of these colors. Am I accidentally hitting this like every time? I should watch back the footage and check, because I don't know why I keep changing it to be like 40%. Hey, but I think he's looking really cute. So I'm gonna do is merge this down. So now you can see that this one, other than his glasses, are all in the same layer. I'm gonna do his glasses last. So hopefully the sketch isn't too bad looking, so I can kind of just clean up these lines without changing the form too much. I'm still using the quick eyedropper to quickly change color. Also, the alternative would also just do actual line work. Maybe I'll do that in another video. But no, but honestly, I do think that if you struggle with sketching in Ibispaint, and you plan to make a full illustration because this is mostly what you use because this is what you have access to, highly recommend that, you know, do a detailed sketch or your sketch in a medium you're more comfortable with. Yeah. Such as like using a pencil and a paper, ballpoint pen, make all the changes you need, and you can definitely use that as your sketch or your line work. Not only that, I know a lot of artists too have the workflow of being able to scan or take a picture of their sketch traditionally because sometimes they get a little bit more movement, or being able to fix it traditionally. For some reason, I don't know, it's maybe easier for them, but then they transfer it to digital to do the line work or the coloring. Okay. Try to get rid of these lines by covering. I feel like my voice has got high pitched for like the last few minutes. For no reason. Because usually my voice goes higher when I'm uncomfortable or feel like I have to be polite. So usually like my voice has to get like almost, it feels like it has to get like warmed up. That's a little bit better. So let's just fill these in. Change the direction where the seam is going. That's a bit better. Because if I rounded it out like how I had it before, definitely does not read right. Let's talk about Genshin for a little bit. That's like all I have on my brain right now, other than Carrot Land on Saturday, technically. That makes, like, I'm glad the Sealy event's back, because then I can get Viola as well. I kind of wish they had more of like an animal looking one. I would love to have like a teal Sealy. I do have Rosé. I'm glad they redid the event again, because then Ullman can give other people the Sealy, because I know a lot of people might have missed that event earlier. Yeah, but doing cell shading probably would be a little bit easier just because if you use a hard brush, you can probably get the cleaner lines. And use the stabilization tool or setting, whatever it is, to help get those clear lines. I'm so used to my battery draining so fast. But this isn't. I'm just used to it because I usually only play Genshin on this phone. And use it obviously for like browsing social media and stuff, but usually it's Genshin. I think it's because I should do the hair first, because I know some of the hair is going to touch the part of his face, so I don't have to make it super clean. Okay, so I am gonna add some other... Whoa, my hand feels weird. Gonna add a purpley pink to his eyes. Or do we want to add yellow? I think purpley pink will work. I'm just gonna kind of lay it in. This kind of makes the eyes look a little bit glossy. And kind of helps separate the upper and... like, I guess like the iris itself and the lower, like the, what am I saying? The iris and then the upper lid a little bit. I just love adding like an extra pop of color. I just think it makes the eyes look glossy, which I think looks kind of cute and shiny. Almost like a greenish color to the bottom. Like that. Like you can really play around with the eyes and make it look really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to choose this color again. Let's clean up this portion before I give myself some other weird muscle pain. Haven't done that in a while. Okay. See, sometimes when I use the colored pencil, some of these lines get really prominent and I can't really cover them either. So I guess that's kind of like the downside. For the most part, like, the texture doesn't really bother me. And I usually don't use like textured brushes that often. I love smooth, kind of more solid looking brushes. Quickly do the lower lash line. Can use the skin color to clean that up a little bit. I do want to add a little bit of a darker, like, peach color. Maybe I could use this color actually. Kind of darken up the under portion, the corner of his eyes. Like, when you guys draw with your fingers, do you guys get cramps? Like, what does your other fingers do? Because I feel like these two are getting cramped by just, like, bending like this the entire time. Or not even bending, it's like stuck in this position, which is probably bad. Yeah, I think I'm gonna struggle deciding what I want to keep more clear. See, what do I, how do I make clicking this every time though? I'm gonna have to watch back this footage. I keep hitting this bar down to here. We can kind of blend it out. I'm gonna blend it out. We can pick the common color and kind of soften it. Because for me, using something that blends is a little bit too unpredictable for myself, so I don't really like using it. Okay, and because of where the light is hitting, we have highlights here as well. Also, every time like I'm in Inazuma, do you guys check your fortune? Because I'm trying to get the worst one, like the worst outcome, so I can get an achievement, but I can never get it. I think I had good fortune twice in a row. I had the great fortune, I had rising fortune today, I had some like mediocre-ish one. But you need like the curse or something, like some bad outcome. Because I got the good one, which is like Paimon's blessing or something like that. Like, single strands or just even little parts that kind of break up the shape. Kind of reads as like hair strands or like at least shiny hair, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know how long I spent on this. I tried my best to, if I ever took a break, not to leave Ibispaint like fully open, because I know this thing doesn't count just the drawing time, it counts like just you having the canvas open. And I learned that the hard way because I left my Bennett sketch page open overnight because I just shut off my iPad. Like, I just put my iPad to sleep or whatever, locked the screen. And it thinks I've worked on it for like over 10 hours. So the one I did of Masaki on my iPad, I feel like I put more work into that one, but I like it less. I think it looks fine for the most part. But his face is a little bit derped out, but I feel like it's because I spent more time trying to render his clothes. I do want to do another like keep me company as I work, but it's me finishing up stuff again. I haven't done that in a while, but I have a lot of unfinished sketches and whips that I would like to finish, and a lot of them are 17 stuff. I just feel like I've been just sketching 17 stuff rather than finishing them, which kind of makes me sad. the one that I did immediately when it came out was the one for Hoshi. Because I think it was just a couple of hours, but I stayed up until like 3 a.m. to finish it, to post it. Some of these lines are gonna look stiff. I think that's like one of the problems I don't really like using Ibispaint. Is that even with the stabilization off, it kind of has this weird laggy feeling to it. I get these little strands in here as well. But like I said, I'm not gonna make this as detailed. Just gonna put a little bit of indication of a little highlight for his eyelid. Okay, so I think maybe do I want to keep going? Let's just do his glasses and then see how I feel. Trying to make sure I can get this look a little less botched up. And we can add a little bit of cheeks, or like blush to him. So I'm gonna add a little bit of a lighter pink color that I had originally. It's kind of hard to get these kinds of lines. Maybe we won't add them as prominent. Maybe I'll just add it like this. That's cute. I don't know if you guys can see it. I think it looks cute. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I might add a little bit. Yeah, but I think for the most part it looks really cute. Hope you guys can see, or like the entire time. I'm just gonna exit out so we can kind of like save this. It says 2 hours and 27. I'm assuming that means 2 hours and 27 minutes. I'm gonna save as a PNG to my phone. Allow. I don't want to fiddle around too much with it. Let's watch the... I'm actually gonna put the time-lapse version on the screen, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching me kind of struggle my way to draw this little drawing of Wonu to the best of my ability using my finger. These two fingers definitely have some kind of like a cramp or stiffness, so make sure if you're drawing with your fingers on your phone, or even like drawing in general, make sure to stretch your hands and your fingers, straighten out your back, get a drink of water, just take care of yourself. That's pretty much it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me draw Wonu, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!